Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bert channel. I'm Bert, as you probably would guess, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my trips I made to Pulau Hantu recently in August of 2023. I decided to swap out the style I typically do my videos. Previous two were more of like there wasn't any narration. It was just pure on of music and the trip itself, which I think worked pretty nice. It's just that I decided to try out a new type of video, really, like a bit of narration about what I saw and stuff. So without further ado, let's hop right in. Alright, so yep, that's me right there. I am just really excited to get down. This is the the first dive of the first trip, and I'm just, as you can see, just going down right away. So it's typically like this. I would say, if I remember this correctly, this was during a bit of a low tide. Visibility was not bad actually. Just the tide was low, so a lot of sediment gets washed on the shore, and because of that, it sort of churns up the water that is near the shore itself, which we are at because we're next to a jetty, if you know. And right then and there, I saw that there was a pufferfish, starry puffer or star puffer, I believe, and it was just chilling there. So this was my first dive, so very excited because personally for me, I don't really like all the small stuff, right? I like to see the big stuff. So to be able to just come across a large pufferfish right off the bat was amazing. Alright, so this is typically how it is. It isn't really that dark, to be honest. When you're down there, it's just because of the camera and stuff. But it is, you do need a torch in Singapore. So this here is me just scanning around for stuff and things. I was probably way off the jetty by now. Maybe about, I don't know, maybe about 15 meters or so, just scanning the bottom. And this is typically how it is, alright? Just scan the bottom and try to look for stuff and things. Yes, one of my favorites when you're scanning the bottom is to look out for like feather stars. You do see them. It's like a punch of color suddenly out in the darkness. So cannot miss. And you see a few, all right, just in different areas here and there. And so this is a nice one. And of course, cannot miss the humble cuttlefish. By far one of the more common things you'll see on a dive here at Pulau Hantu. Very nice. They are typically a little shy, but because they are one of their best defenses is really just, I wouldn't say defenses, but the best way they escape predators is through camouflage. And of course, by using that horn of theirs. So that's what he's doing right now, trying to scare me off. Obviously doesn't really work with divers, you know what I mean. But yeah, very cute little bugger. Always nice to see. So at this point in time, I was probably near the jetty. I kind of recognized the sort of the tunnels and the holes that I'm looking at right now. And yeah, there you go. It's a ray you can see from the back. So I decided to just go back out to the front where I could probably get a better view of it. And just wait for it. Zoom, I promise you. And there you go. Blue spotted fantail ray. Now I won't go as far to say they're rare, but you don't really see them every dive, but they're pretty common. In terms of the type of stingray you'll see in dives around Pulau Hantu, Singapore, this would be it. This would be one of the more common ones. Very nice to see, they have this bright blue spots on them. Very attractive to photographers as well. And yeah, very nice. And I believe I took a second video of this too. There you go, very nice. Chilling, and they are typically not that shy. So you'll be able to get a good chance of getting a good shot. I like this one. Alright, we have a special one over here. This one is what I call a false scorpion fish. As its name suggests, it kinda, I guess, looks like a scorpion fish. Its main way of staying away from predators is camouflage, as you can see. Just stays there and sort of blends to its surroundings. So this one is a good one. Whenever I bring divers, it's a good one to point out because sometimes they can't really make out what it is, right? And then once you realize it's a fish, it's so cool. This is one of them. They're pretty common too. You know, more or less, yeah, you can pretty high chance of spotting one every dive. And wow, yeah, here. So by now I know what I'm going for because I can remember the dive now. I'm just under the jetty and I found this guy, this batfish, just looking around. Very nice. You do see multiple individuals at times, and sometimes even really big ones just by themselves somewhere along the vicinity of the jetty. So this one was just I would say a medium size, maybe about this big or so. This big or so. But still nice. As I said, I like to see big fish. More green water. Over here, what was I trying to do? Yeah, as you can see, along the jetty pillars are what we call a type of sweet lip fish, harlequin sweet lips, residents of the Pulau Hantu North jetty. You'll see them quite a lot actually, and they are residents. And they're one of the bigger fish you'll see right around the North Jetty. A bit shy now, but I remember that I got quite a good shot of them eventually. And yeah, and I was momentarily distracted by the silver moonies. Big school of silver moonies. By far my favorite thing to just see at the jetty. I mean, they're kind of always there, residents as well. The whole school really, and you just like to flash your lights across the whole school like this, and they just shimmer. Very nice. It's a very magical moment, especially for first timers. Such a wow moment. Never gets old. It's one of those things that truly never gets old. So it's one of my favorite things to do when I'm just shadowing out, bring divers around. It's just to take a look at the school of silver moonies. Always a nice way to end dive, you know what I mean? And yes, I believe this is the clip. Eventually I tried to sneak up on those harlequin sweet lips, and yeah, so I'm going from the bottom, as you can see, just slowly creeping my way up the pillar, and there he is, or I mean he or she is, I'm not really sure at this point. 3 of them I can see, 3 of the sweet lips just cruising along the pillars, and this is where they typically hang out. You'll just find them along these pillars, close to the silver moonies. Very nice coloration, very nice patterns, very nice spots. So apparently the juveniles look really different from the adults too, I might add. Maybe just add a picture and you can see. So I think, yeah, that's one over there. I think I have a video of a juvenile sweet lips. I believe it's the first video, right? So if you guys would like, can check that out. But otherwise, yeah, you know, these sweet lips are something that I've come to love a lot seeing at the jetty, because I like to see big fish, and they're one of the resident big fish over here at the Pulau Hantu North jetty. It's a bit like a safari, you know what I mean? You see like leopards, right? But these guys got the spots, but they're not really apex predators though. There you go. And you can see why they call them sweet lips, right? Very big and thick lips they have. So yeah, that about wraps up dive 1. Now dive was pretty long. It lasts for about 45 minutes to an hour. But you have to understand that at not every single point in time will you see something cool. So for the most part, you're just cruising along and taking a look at stuff. But these are just the highlight moments that I have. And sure, there are actually dives where you just don't see anything at all. Kind of sucks, but that's life for you, right? So there's actually a second dive for this trip. So trips are you typically run two dives a trip, right? So let's hop on to dive number 2. And yep, that is me getting ready for my second dive. I'm just prepping up, making sure the camera looks good, it's recording. Just getting out my inflator hose, deflating, and here we go. Here we go. Dive number 2. Remember to equalize. Wonder what we'll see on this dive. I remember that I tried to go after the puffer fish again, but well, he wasn't there anymore. As you can see, the visibility has cleared up quite a bit, and that's because the water is coming in. So when the tide is a little higher, all the sediment doesn't get churned up as much, and that's why you have slightly better visibility. Yeah, so I'm still shallow, that's why there's still a lot of sunlight, and you know, just swimming through, taking a look at stuff. So nice. Wish I could be in the water right now. Alright, so for this clip, I'm just gonna show you like things I look out for, right? Like when I'm looking out for, you wanna look for bigger fish, typically I'm just looking out for these sort of bigger rocks, right? It kind of makes sense, like big fish, big rocks. So this is one of them, and this is typically how the bottom looks like. It's like all the rocks are covered with a layer of silt, organic silt, and yeah, you're just really just looking around these rocks for stuff and things, and anything that just pops out to you. Nice big barrel sponge over there. Very nice. And yeah, it's not that dark. It's just not that dark, just in case you're wondering. It's just the camera. So the first cool thing of dive number 2, I chanced upon a crocodile fish. Fairly uncommon. Definitely not a rare fish, but they're nice to spot. Once again, also one of those types of things that you're finding trying to camouflage away from you. So when you find them, they typically keep very still, like so, making them a very good animal to point out to other divers as well. As you can see, just trying to stay hidden from me. It really looks like a crocodile, doesn't it? So it's funny how this dive sort of panned out. Like, I thought it was going great. I thought the things that I saw so far were great. I had a fantastic day, but there was one thing at the back of my mind. Like, I haven't seen a cuttlefish for the longest time. And it doesn't have to be big, right? Even small, and typically the ones you see are at Pulau Hantu, typically on average are maybe about this big or so. Small ones, right? So it's been a long time, I haven't seen one, and it was just at the back of my mind. So I was, at this point in time on the dive, for dive 2 I didn't really see much other than the crocodile fish. There was nothing much to shout about really. So I was making my way back to the jetty, and here's what happened. And as you can make out in the distance, right there and there is a huge cuttlefish. Broad club cuttlefish to be exact. So this guy was just chilling right below the jetty, right? And you can see, really wasn't fond of my approach, so he's retreating himself, which is a bit of a shame. I wish I could get like better shots, but I did chase after this one though, because like I said, I haven't seen one in the longest time. I just wanted to record some video of it, you know? So I just went ahead and just see what he was up to. So as you can see at this point, it's trying to camouflage itself away, staying very low. This guy was big. Like he was... I'm gonna show this to the camera. Like this big. Yeah. Majestic is the word. You see just how it flays all its tentacles out. So nice. So the big ones are rare, I will say. You typically see the smaller ones, but the big ones, not so much. So this was a real treat. By far the best moment of the trip for me. Even more clips for the cuttlefish. Yep. I think this is probably the last one I have. Yeah, just slowly retreating away. Yeah. Yeah, I really wasn't a fan of me. This guy. Alright, bye. See ya. Alright, so that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that little trip I made to Pulau Hantu. This was quite a trip. Saw a lot of the classic hits, I would say. The blue spotted fantail ray, the silver moonies, sweet lips, and even that big cuttlefish at the end. What a way to end the trip, truly. Because as I mentioned, it was really on my head about seeing a cuttlefish because I haven't seen one for the longest time, even though they're not supposed to be all that rare. So definitely that was such a good find at the end. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this style of video as well. It's my first time doing this sort of a narration for a dive trip. So if you guys like that, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you guys like my videos so far. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.